Police tape still lingers on the scene of the first homicide in Fort Myers this year, a case in which police need the community's help identifying a killer. On January 12th, shortly before 9 p.m., 29-year-old Anthony Scott was found shot in the back seat of a stolen vehicle, left for dead by at least 2 assailants.
The car was empty. The victim was was in the back seat at the time, so you can assume that there was at least 2 other people, one on the front driver's side and one on the front passenger side.
Detectives think Scott, who was born and raised in Fort Myers, knew his attackers. But at this point, they're searching for the identity of the people who shot him at close range and then left him for dead.
He got into the car voluntarily, we know that. So he knew who was driving it. But we just don't have it confirmed on who was actually in the car when the victim got into the car.
One of the more disturbing aspects of this case is that it happened during the week, shortly after nightfall, in a relatively populated neighborhood. And even though 4 shots were fired, not one person called 911.
There's people that heard the gunshots, they just, for whatever reason, didn't call.
In fact, it was Scott himself who phoned his wife to tell her that he was injured.
The victim had been shot multiple times and called his wife. Once she found him and realized what had happened, she called 911.
Despite efforts to keep Scott alive, he passed later that evening at the hospital. The motive for Scott's murder is a mystery. He was a passenger in a vehicle with the suspects bailing right after the shooting. It's unknown if there was an altercation in the vehicle or where or why things went wrong. This, detectives say, is where the community can help.
I'm hoping that someone saw someone fleeing from the scene and they're just afraid to come forward.
With a long list of unsolved shootings and murders in the last year, Fort Myers police say they're hopeful 2012 will be a year of change, a year when honest, hardworking community members finally say enough is enough.
Step up, help us with the investigation, let the justice system work, get these people off the street and put in prison and send a message.
For Southwest Florida Crime Stoppers, I'm Trish Routte.